Hi guys, today we're going to be reacting to this video. It says, who is Herobrine? Don't forget to subscribe and like.
Minecraft is a game rich in history and lore.
Ooh, I like this guy's
The world
voice.
is such a mysterious place, and there are no shortage of theory videos and discussions about the game. However, there is one that will forever hold a significant place in Minecraft history, and that's the story of Herobrine. For the veteran players, that name will bring you back to a different Minecraft era. But I'm sure even those of you who started playing more recently will still have at least heard of Herobrine, and perhaps you've wondered who exactly this mythical figure is.
I know who
As a
it is.
Minecraft lore channel, I think I wouldn't be doing my duty if I didn't tell you the story. Turn out the lights, grab a warm drink, and get ready. Tonight, we're going to answer one of the great questions of Minecraft. Who is Herobrine?
This is like dramatic.
But first, we have a sponsor. Special thanks to the Modern Frontiersmen for sponsoring today's video. They are a group of independent documentarians dedicated to documenting the then and now of the world. They explore dangerous and forgotten places and seek knowledge everywhere they go. I've personally watched some of their stuff, and it really scratches that itch I have for abandoned or ruined places. That feeling of uncovering the history of an old place is fascinating, like we're putting together a puzzle, learning more and more. So if you like urban exploration, a link will be in the description. To understand Herobrine, we need to go back to 2010. Nowadays, Minecraft is an exceedingly popular game. In fact, it's the most popular game of all time by units sold. Part of the reason for this is that Mojang is now owned by Microsoft and has quite a bit of resources to put towards development. Every new version of Minecraft comes with announcement videos, fan votes, and a whole lot of build-up. But it wasn't always that way. It could be easy to forget that Minecraft started as a passion project by a single developer named Notch. There was no massive corporate support. Instead, it was a much more tightly knit community of people playing this new indie game about exploring and placing blocks. There was a lot we didn't know. Minecraft was also much more bare bones back then. In my opinion, the atmosphere had a distinctly unsettling mood to it. There was no RTX, no effects, not even smooth lighting. Nights could be terrifying, especially before the enemies like the Creeper were well known as they are today. There were all sorts of weird bugs and glitches, but that was to be expected. The game was still in alpha after all. Notch was constantly updating the game, and players didn't always know or bother to read about the things that were changed. Minecraft had this aura about it, some mystery about not always knowing what you would find when you started a new world. I think every player should go back to those alpha builds on the launcher sometimes to see what it was like. Now imagine that being the only Minecraft you've ever known to this point. Now that we've established the setting, let's talk about the very first recorded reference to Herobrine. In August 2010, a user posted an image with a text explanation. The version is alpha 1.16.2, so we know that it was after August 13th, 2010. Let's go ahead and read the text of the first known Herobrine encounter.
Okay, it's own story.
I had recently spawned a new world in single-player Minecraft. Everything was normal at first as I began chopping down trees and crafting a workbench. I noticed something move amongst the dense fog. I have a very slow computer, so I have to play with a tiny render distance. I thought it was a cow, so I pursued it, hoping to grab some hides for armor. It wasn't a cow, though. Looking back at me was another character with a default skin, but his eyes were empty. I saw no name pop up, and I double-checked to make sure I wasn't in multiplayer mode. He didn't stay long. He looked at me quickly and ran into the fog.
Well, guys, 1 second. I've watched another video about Herobrine. That was actually fake. It explained how. So when the multiplayer was released, like when the picture was made, you can see the coordinators at the I don't know what it's called. Not the coordinates, I don't know. But at the top, you can see like the version, and that was the version that it is multiplayer. So a friend could have like joined the game and like edited the eyes to make it white. So like that's I watched a video and it said that.
I pursued out of curiosity, but he was gone. I continued on with the game, not sure what to think. As I expanded the world, I saw things that seemed out of place for the random map generator to make. 2x2 tunnels in the rocks, small perfect pyramids made of sand in the ocean, and groves of trees with all their leaves cut off. I would constantly think I saw the other player deep in the fog, but I never got a better look at him. I tried increasing my render distance to far whenever I thought I saw him, but to no avail. I saved the map and went on the forums to see if anyone else had found the pseudo player. There were none. I created my own topic telling of the man and asking if anyone had a similar experience. The post was deleted within 5 minutes. I tried again, and the topic was deleted even faster. I received a PM from the username Herobrine containing one word: stop. When I went to look at Herobrine's profile, the page 404'd.
Huh?
I received an email from another user. He claimed the mods can read the forum user messages, so we were safer using email. The emailer claimed that he had seen the mystery player too, and had a small directory of other users who had seen him as well. Their worlds were littered with obviously man-made features as well, and described their mystery player to have no pupils. About a month passed until I heard from my informant again. Some of the people who had encountered the mystery man had looked into the name Herobrine and found the name to be frequently used by a Swedish gamer. After some further information gathering, it was revealed to be the brother of Notch, the game's developer. I personally emailed Notch and asked him if he had a brother. It took him a while, but he emailed me back a very short message. I did, but he is no longer with us. Notch. I haven't seen the mystery man since our first encounter, and I haven't noticed any changes to the world other than my own. I was able to press print screen when I first saw him. Here's the only evidence of his existence. This image has been burned into my mind since I first saw it. A ghostly figure stands in the fog, as described by the user. His story is a spine-chilling tale. Was Herobrine responsible for the pyramids and tunnels in his world? Had Notch programmed this character in as a friend, an adversary, or something else? No one really knew. Although the image started the spark of speculation, there was another event that dumped gasoline on it. A streamer named Copeland posted an image to his chat with Herobrine, giving additional evidence for his existence.
He's right there.
The picture at first seems normal, showing a nice house on a cliff.
But
if we look closer, we can see Herobrine standing down below. A few days after he released the image, Copeland was live streaming Minecraft. He had been playing the game for a while before suddenly something strange happened.
See? Oh my god! Run, 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 run.
Unfortunately, this isn't the original stream. That's been lost to time. Instead, this is a recreation, and as a result, we don't get to hear the live reactions from being startled by Herobrine. We also need to be careful not to overanalyze the footage. Still, from this video we can get a rough sense of what happened. After the sighting, Copeland cut the stream and later uploaded the video to the Minecraft forums. I know this is a super long shot, but if any of you happen to have that video, please let me know.
Limu!
Ads.
We gotta help people customize and save!
At Domino's, we're more than just pizza with our mix and match deal, because we can stop at pizza,
I'll come back
and
to
you
you
don't
guys
have
when it's
to
not an
either.
ad anymore.
Please let me know. Copeland came back to the house a few hours later, but Herobrine was gone. He deleted the world and vowed never to play it again. With that, evidence of Herobrine's existence was beginning to grow. Now, there were multiple pieces of evidence from different people. Various other streamers began to see him as well. The most famous example is Patamus. While streaming, he saw Herobrine in a lava field. The live feed was cut, and when it returned, Herobrine was gone.
Whoa.
Unfortunately,
Where is he? I didn't see him.
multiple pieces of evidence from different people. Various other streamers began to see him as well. The most famous example is Patamus. While streaming, he saw Herobrine in a lava field.
Where?
The live feed was cut, and when it returned, Herobrine was gone. Unfortunately, we don't have video of that either. Around this time, Copeland was putting links in his chat to a website called him.html. It contained a creepy video of Steve with human eyes.
Oh my
Below
god.
that was some split up text which, when sorted, reads as follows.
What is that?
It has been reported that some victims of torture during the act would retreat into a fantasy world from which they could not wake up. In this catatonic state, the victim lived in a world just like their normal one, except they weren't being tortured. The only way that they realized that they needed to wake up was a note they found in their fantasy world. It would tell them about their condition and tell them to wake up. Even then, it would often take months until they were ready to discard their fantasy world and please wake up. Alright, most of you probably already know this, but now is probably a good time to say it. These streams and images were fake. Patamus was heard telling his wife that he was trolling everyone soon after the stream. Copeland held that his Herobrine encounter was real until 2012, when he explained how he retextured a painting with Herobrine and pretended to stumble upon it in the livestream. There's an interview online where he goes over his thought process and answers some interesting questions. I'll put a link in the description for if you're curious. In retrospect, it's
Whoa.
obvious that these were fake, and it's easy to laugh at people for believing it. But you have to remember what I said earlier. Minecraft was a mysterious game. The community didn't know for sure if it was fake. Even though some people admitted it, it certainly didn't reach me until much later. The myth had grown too much. As a player, I knew that all that stuff probably wasn't real. However, when I explored the desolate worlds of Minecraft, in the back of my mind, I wondered if Herobrine is actually out there. Surely not, I would say, but did I really know for sure? And I know I'm not the only one who felt this way. If you were playing back then you'll know what I'm talking about. There was just enough of a chance that it was real. I couldn't put Herobrine out of my mind. I will say that I wasn't following Notch on Twitter. If I was, I would have seen him tweet that Herobrine wasn't real on August 31st, 2010. In fact, Notch doesn't even have a brother, according to another tweet released a few months later. He also stated that there were no plans to add Herobrine. So, from everything we've seen, Herobrine is fake, fake, fake. He never existed, right? Well, things started to get interesting again a few months later with a beta 1.6.6 release on May 31st, 2011. Notch posted the changelog on his Tumblr. It contains stuff you might expect, bug fixes, tweaks, and the like. But the final line says something somewhat unexpected. Removed Herobrine. Wait, what? Removed Herobrine? I thought he was fake. It turns out that the next version, 1.7, also said removed Herobrine in the changelog. And 1.8. And 1.0. In fact, version after version included removed Herobrine, even after Notch sold Mojang to Microsoft. In 2020, there was quite a stir about version 1.16 not including the removed Herobrine line. Once again, people started to speculate, but it ended up being not a big deal as the 1.16.2 update returned to the tradition. I think it's pretty clear that these messages are just an Easter egg that Mojang has thrown in, just to keep things interesting.
Easter egg.
Herobrine holds this strange sort of position where he is occasionally mentioned by Mojang even though he's a fan creation who never officially appeared in the base game. Beyond the changelogs, images of Herobrine have popped up in some official media released by Mojang. He shows up first in a promotional image for Minecraft, hidden way in the back. He also appeared on the website advertising Minecon 2011. Here's a statue of him from the actual event. Herobrine was at one point in the cover photo for the Minecraft Facebook page. There are actually quite a few examples of this, mostly in images with many Minecraft characters all at once. I think Mojang likes poking fun at the fan base, reminding us of a time when Herobrine was actually scary.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Or maybe they're
that
trying to
him as
tell
a
us
kid?
something. Perhaps if we look long enough into the fog, we may see the dead-eyed figure looking back at us.
Huh?
You thought I was going to jump scare you, didn't you?
Oh.
Psh, what kind of YouTuber has a Herobrine jump scare in 2020?
This is made in 2020?
The legend of Herobrine lives on, mostly in the form of clickbait YouTube videos.
Okay, I guess this is the end, so subscribe and like, and see ya!